Okay, we're looking at a Chris Craft, about a 40-footer. Looks like it has a hard top on it. Has quite a bit of nice mahogany rails. Sides of it are dirty. It's not as bad towards the bow, but in the stern, it looks like it's been taken down to bare wood and nothing's happened. It's got some stainless steel boat davits. It's got a big swim platform that looks like it's in need of some assistance, but functional. And it's kind of open in the back. It sort of has that pleasure summer craft atmosphere to it. It has a headliner with a couple of lights up in the ceiling and great big huge windows, and it's real open. It has side decks that are big enough to move along and rails most of the way for. And it's a big boat. It's standing, just the deck back here, which is cambered. You can kind of see the curve to it. There's plywood that's been loaded aboard that they were working on something. But the deck stands probably 4.5 feet off the water, and here's the other side rail on the port side. And there's big windows up front. It's kind of hard to take a picture of the windows, but the old Chris Crafts had pretty tall windows. Those are probably 18 inch, 12 to 18 inch tall, more than 12, 18 inch tall windows that let a lot of light and let you see out where you're going when you're riding on the inside. But the boat is driven from the pilot house up top, and there's just a lot of room to work with. I'm guessing it's twin. It could be gas or diesel at this age. You'll see the ports along here. I'll kind of go out and show you the size of the ports, how many of them there are in a row. They let a lot of light in, even though they're down lower. And then there's kind of gills. Those are just breathers. And that's the end of the ports in this part. But you can also see there's a big, huge circular port. That's about a 12 inch in size for perspective. And then these great big huge windows open up into a huge main salon. And then there's a big V berth, and I'm not sure if it goes back in. Probably does for storage or for mechanical purposes. And there's a Livingston up here, and there it is, says Livingston. And then a big bow, room for sunning yourself, putting a chaise lounge out here, a mat, a beach mat, just relaxing. There's also the classic Chris Craft step. That's what these boards are sitting on top of, is a big huge bench you can sit out while you're off gallivanting on the water. And then it looks like it has a windlass. It's covered with a blue thing, and it's got a, let's see what kind of anchor that is. Looks like it's a smaller Bruce anchor there, but the rails have been redone. It looks like all this mahogany has all been refinished, and the deck is a nice, one of the gray, easy on the feet, doesn't get too hot decks up here. And not sure what the top of cabin roof is, but white, some kind of white, might even have the gray deck up there. And then there's a hatch here to let you down into probably the V berth, and there's some vents. So it's a lot of boat. You can kind of see the perspective going back this way, and it's a lot. There's a lot of TLC that needs to happen, but a lot of it's cleaning, and you can see part of the headliner is separated there along there, but it's a pretty stout roof on it. So that's one of the vessels that's going up for grabs today, and I'll show you one more that's smaller but in better condition, and more than likely a gas array, 1 or 2 gas engines. This one's big enough it might be diesel, but I haven't got the specs on that yet. I'll send those along as I get deeper into it, but this is going to happen fast, a few hours, so if you blink, it's gone.